Howdy, welcome. I'm Ali Velour. This is Alexander Carl, my law partner. What are we talking about today?
Yeah, welcome back. Happy Tuesday. We're going to talk about student visas.
Okay.
Just a few kind of pointers on best time for timeline, preparing, what are the general kind of requirements, so on and so forth. So, yeah, I mean, student visa is an F1 visa. It's a visa designed specifically for someone to come to the U.S. and study at a university.
That not just any university, a university that is able to issue an I-20, has a relationship with U.S. Immigration Customs Enforcement, CBIS.
Right.
So
Meaning-
there's that.
Yes. So a university that does not issue I-20s, you're unable to get an F1 visa to study at that school.
Correct, or
Yeah.
just getting a student visa. You need so one of the requirements for a student visa is to have an I-20, and to get an I-20, you apply to a school that can issue an I-20.
So what's the first step then? I would think is to call around and see if a school will issue an I-20.
Yeah, I would research. Obviously, you need to know what you want to study, and then kind of research the school that you're interested in to see if they issue an I-20. If they can't issue an I-20, you move on to the next school.
Is that information probably found on the school's website, or should
Yes, yes.
you call website?
I think all the information is on the website. They would have I-20 information if they are able to issue. Otherwise, you just call them, send them an email. But pretty much all that information is on the website.
Okay, and so once you get an I-20 in hand, because that is the first step, correct?
Correct.
What do you suggest the second step be?
Yeah, you have to plan accordingly, right? You have to see when the term or the semester starts. You have to, if it's like, for example, if it's a summer term and we're in June, it's way too late. So you have to plan these things accordingly. You fill out the DS form and make an appointment with the U.S. consulate where you live or has jurisdiction over where you live, and make that appointment.
Yeah. So just in sum, you get the I-20 and the DS form is the visa application. So I-20, go ahead, fill out the DS-160. Once that's submitted, you can usually go and pay the visa fee, whatever that is, and then schedule your appointment at the U.S. consulate in your home country.
Correct. So plan accordingly. Also make sure that you have all the documentation when you go to the visa interview, because as you know,
Yes.
you get like maybe 30 seconds for that interview, right?
Yeah. And they're going to want to see the ability to be able to, one, pay for the school, however much that is, that you have a place to stay too, and then I guess, the ability to support yourself while you're here. Food,
Yes.
board, all that.
Yes, and most importantly, also as important, I should say, the home ties, right? You have to be going back home wherever you're from. So if you have family, if you have property, if you have a job to go back to, all of that is important. If you can't show home ties, chances are that your student visas maybe getting denied.
Yeah, definitely. That's anything else to add? That is pretty much the gist of it. There are some obviously a little bit more details involved, and an immigration attorney on your side can help you through the process, really walk you through the whole thing, make sure everything that needs to be there is there, and just make the process as smooth as possible for you.
Yeah, and I think citizens of certain countries, they have to count in the time that might take for background checks, right? Especially if you're a male within a certain age from certain geographic countries, mostly in the Middle East and North Africa regions, countries, they need to really make plans. They probably aren't going to get the visa right away because of background checks.
Yeah, so that goes back to the whole just plan ahead, right?
Plan ahead.
You don't want to start a few months before the semester begins this whole process. You probably want to start, I would say, at least maybe even like 6 months.
Correct.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, just reach out to us. AmericanVisas.net is our website.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're happy to help. We deal with a lot of F1 visas. Always fun to help students get here and further their studies. So if you have any questions, give us a call.
Right.
Thank you.
Happy Pride.